Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and welcome to Nightmares Please. This is where I'm going to be doing film reviews on quote scary movies unquote. Today's movie is The Butterfly Room. I watched it on Amazon Prime, it's not on Netflix. It's an American-Italian thriller horror released in 2012. Let's see if I can get the runtime for you real quick. It is an hour and 27 minutes long. IMDb synopsis is a reclusive and butterfly-obsessed elderly lady suffering from bipolar disorder develops a disturbing relationship with a mysterious but seemingly innocent youngster. The Butterfly Room has 3 out of 5 on stars on Amazon, no tomato meter, and a 48% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I genuinely enjoyed this film. It kept me entertained from the get-go, and though it was relatively predictable, especially if you watch the trailer, I was interested enough to keep watching to see what happens next, so I watched it the whole way through without taking a break. For the most part, the plot made sense. Oops, I lost my place, one sec. For the most part, the plot made sense and it was easy to follow. If you go by IMDb's plot summary, though, mentioning that Anne has bipolar disorder, I don't feel like they handled that well when they made this film. If I hadn't read that she had bipolar disorder, I would not have guessed that's what was going on. She just seemed like a crazy, obsessive old lady to me. Definitely did not come across as someone with bipolar, though. I feel like the mothers in this film should have been characters I could empathize with, but they were rushed in their storylines, and that made that difficult for me to do. I did enjoy the absolute savagery that Anne portrays, though. The children's storylines were a little unbelievable as well, especially Alice's. There is one scene about 20 minutes in that I don't understand why it's there. It doesn't tie in with the current timeline, and we're not giving any resolution on that particular scene. Also, there is this hideous doll that I don't understand. It's not imperative to the plot, but there were normal baby dolls and pretty porcelain dolls in this film, but for whatever reason, we're going for the used, rough, ugly porcelain doll. Like, that's gonna make this movie scary suddenly. Like, alright. The music choice was absolutely bizarre. The setting of this film is in a city setting. It mostly takes place in an apartment complex. For whatever reason, they chose industrial music as their main choice. Like, if you've seen Repo the Genetic Opera, it sounded like that, and it just did not fit at all. With the main characters being an elderly woman and children, it was so strange. Also, a note to make is that the sound was a little off, not consistently through the film, but it was noticeable when it happened. I also noticed a continuity error with the picture frame near the end, if that's something that's going to bother you. The acting overall was rough in this one. I personally enjoyed Barbara Steele as Anne. I don't think she did an amazing job by far, but I do believe she did her character justice. Very dramatic, but justice. I feel like to the two mothers, Claudia, who is played by Erica Learson, and Dorothy, played by Heather Langenkamp, I think is how you say her name, they were just terrible. They were too over the top. They were super dramatic. I hated them. It was almost painful to watch them. So was the handyman. He was terrible as well. I felt like the kids did pretty good, especially Alice, the little girl Julie. She was less believable. She did alright. Overall, the movie isn't scary. I think it comes off more as a murder drama, in my opinion. I'd give it 2 out of 5 stars. I wouldn't pay theater money to see it at all. Absolutely not. I might be mad if I rented it. If it's 3 and under, maybe we can talk. I might watch it again because I did find it enjoyable. But I love Repo the Genetic Opera. It was bad in a way that makes me want to watch it again. I wouldn't go running to my friends telling them they have to watch it, though. So do with that what you will. And that was The Butterfly Room. And up next is going to be Wish Upon. And now for Wish Upon. Wish Upon is a 2017 horror thriller that you can watch for free on Amazon Prime. It runs at an hour and 30 minutes. It has a 5 out of 10 rating on IMDb, a 19% tomato meter, and a 30% audience score from Rotten Tomatoes. The IMDb synopsis is as follows. A teenage girl discovers a box that carries magic powers and a deadly price for using them. That's it. That's the whole plot. That's pretty much the movie. You know, cut and dry. I really liked it though. It started out with some action. It was a little bit of background story, and then it just kept going from there. I actually thought at one point that it was a little too fast-paced and that the action could have been more spread out throughout the film, but the suspense did keep it going, I feel like. Like I said, the plot was straightforward and easy to follow. It's cut and dry, man. It's definitely nothing new to the horror realm. A girl finds a box, uses its powers, and pays a price. The movie kept to the plot and explained it well. It was also a little predictable. I mean, what do you expect with such a simple storyline? It didn't ruin the film for me, though. I did enjoy how they portrayed the main characters, Claire, friendship, and high school life, though. While it did have the usual high school tropes, they gave it a little more flavor than a lot of movies do, in my opinion. It had a touch of gore to it, nothing wild, but I did appreciate that they added that in there. I also really loved how the ending played out. I really do enjoy. I'm not going to tell you what kind of endings I hate and which kind I love. Don't want to give anything away. It might be pretty obvious after me stating that, though. I don't really have much to say about editing and sound. The overall structure of the movie was well done, in my opinion. The sounds were good and actually that they used and accurately used. I didn't find any problems with the movie. I did only watch it once, though. I didn't watch this one twice. The acting was pretty good. I didn't love the main character's acting for the most part. Claire was played by Joey King, and I found her acting to be lackluster and almost a little Disney Channel. Like, not quite as dramatic and over the top. I do think she did really well in some scenes in the second half of the film, though. But for the most part, there's just something missing from something about her expressions, I think, that I don't like. Barb's in it, if we have any Stranger Things fans listening in. Our beloved Barb, played by Shannon Purser, plays one of Claire's best friends, Little Miss June. Again, another horror movie that isn't scary, and I don't have much to say about it because it's been done before. And as someone who loves the movie The Possession from 2012, it's not impressive. The Possession, if you don't remember, is the one about the little girl. Two girls go and stay with their dad, and he gets her this cute little box, and it turns out it's a Dybbuk box. That's one of my favorite horror movies. And, you know, we got another girl with the magic box. So, I don't know. The Possession's better in my opinion. I would have loved to seen it in theater still, though, with my friends, or even have a movie night with them to watch it. But again, I'm not going to be running to my friends telling them to watch this one. It was good, but unexciting. I personally give it 3 out of 5 stars. It is entertaining enough for a movie night. I might watch it again after forgetting about it. It's one I wouldn't be mad to watch again for sure. And I do have to give a little PS here. A spoiler alert. There is a dog, and the dog does die. Spoiler alert, sorry. But I know a lot of people care deeply about that. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. It's so simple. I'm not mad at it, but it's nothing groundbreaking. And I do think it's been done better before. But it was still entertaining nonetheless. It is for free. I do think it'd make a good movie night. And so do with that what you will. Thanks to anybody who listened, and I will see you next time. Bye!